Welcome to the Mrs. R Relevant Daily Draft Podcast, joined by Steve and Dale. Guys, it's really good to see you. I don't know that the three of us have been on a podcast together before, but it's good to see both of you. How you doing, Dale?
I'm doing great, man. I'm going to stream this out to on Bruce too.
Oh, I see that. Oh, and that may have been Steve. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So have some fun with it, right? Like, I love the draft. I know you guys love the draft, and mock drafts are fun. Like, doesn't matter if your season goes well. I mean, I should be mad at Steve if we're being honest. I mean, this guy's Jets beat my Bengals.
I'm more mad than you are.
Yeah,
So
I'd say that Bengals win may have cost him Mendoza.
That's fair.
And the Falcons can beat the Buccaneers, but they can't beat the Jets. Yeah, come on now. Anyway.
Yeah. So I wanted to show off some of the functionality in my simulator, and it's just the way it goes, right? You start I was texting Steve, I was texting Dale, hey, and I was planning to podcast at 7 today already, and the two of you joined me. So I'm looking forward to this. So we're going to pull up the Draft Professor simulator. We're going to do a single player draft. And the button that we're going to use is all the way down here at the bottom called Fanatic Mode. So if I flip that on, and I'm going to set it to 5, and we're going to go with the Bengals first. So the 5 means Dale is going to do 5 straight Bengals mocks. And Bengals have a 4th round pick, right, Dale?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think they were missing one of the picks in the first 5 rounds, but I think it was the 5th rounder.
Yeah, it's 5th for Flacco,
yep.
I believe.
Yep. So we're going to do a 4-round Bengals mock. We're going to do 5 of them. So the challenge to Dale is that he will not be allowed to pick the same player in any of the mocks.
That's crazy work. I mean, honestly, I don't think I realized what I was signing up for, but hey, well, I thought we were doing just a mock where I was going to help Steve with the Jets. He could help me with my bank. And Steve, I'm still going to ask for your help with some of these probably before it's over.
Well, okay. in all disclosure, on my other monitor here, and here's a good plug, I am sitting with the very latest version available yesterday, Thursday, December 11th, of the Project Game Day scouting guide in PDF form. And play your cards right, ladies and gentlemen. I could tell you where to get it and where you also can get your monthly edition.
Yeah, so Dale, you're bored. I mean, Dale posted some of his to Twitter today, and I was already consuming it and saying, like, did we cover all these guys? And there were a few players on Dale's board I didn't have in the simulator. So I added some of, like, the round 6, 7 guys that I had missed.
And it's all very fluid, to be fair. Like, Bear Alexander, we were talking about before the show, went back to school. He's my D tackle 6. So, like, and some of these players may be on the board. I won't pick them if I know they're not coming out,
Yep. So the draft went Bain, Mendoza, Reese, Moore, Simpson, Tate, Woods, Maui Noah, Delane. The Bengals are on the clock. Dale,
it's easy. It's easy for me. It's easy for me, especially when Peter Woods is off the board, which kind of hurts because, like, I think the Bengals need a pass rushing defensive tackle. He would have certainly been one of these first few picks for me. But I'm going Caleb Downs. Safety, I think he's a culture changer. He's a game changer. I know taking a safety in the top 10 is not ideal typically. I think this guy's different. Like, he's a coach on the field. All those things that you can say is BS. I don't think it's BS. I think it's very relevant. And I think that Cincinnati defense needs a guy like him. He's good in coverage, but you can move him around too. You can put him up close to the line. He's a reliable tackler. It's one thing the Bengals cannot do. And Steve, your Jets were witness to that. My gosh, we could not make an open field tackle. It's something Caleb Downs is really good at. I'm going to stick with Caleb Downs as my first pick for the first round.
Okay, so now we have flipped to your second round pick. I know that you're looking at linebacker. What else are you looking at for the Bengals?
I don't think cornerback would be out of the realm of possibility. And then D tackle at this point, no, they're probably not a ton of great ones there. And offensive tackle, I think, you want to get ahead of offensive tackle a year early. It's something in the first round I may do at some point, but that's kind of the positions I'm thinking off the rip.
Okay, so for offensive tackle, Dunker, Ihina Core, Shelton, PJ Williams, Austin Barber.
This is not good, man. Where's my guy, Monroe Freeling? Do you have him in the simulator from Georgia?
Ooh, I may need to add him.
Oh, you need to add him because that might have been my guy. But
no, I'm gonna add him right now. So I've got that up in my other monitor. I'll take care of that. So Dale, what other?
But looking at linebacker and corner would be the other spots because I do not like any of those offensive tackles right away.
Monroe Freeling is Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get the two. I get Georgia and Alabama mixed up in my head sometimes.
Yeah, Caden Proctor. I'm assuming he's off the board, but I have him with my guards.
So I have him
and that's the way I feel about Dunker too.
Yeah, I have Dunker with guards as well, Steve.
Proctor went 5 picks before to the Texans.
Yeah, if he was there, I would be okay with the Bengals taking him because of the way they use these big tackles, and he'd be learning from Orlando Brown. Like if Proctor would be here, that would have been, but he is off the board. So just to clarify all of that. Who's at linebacker? Because I love this linebacker class.
Hill, Trotter, Golde Rodriguez.
I really like Rodriguez, but I got to stick with my board, and it's Anthony Hill Jr. because the way that the Bengals were trying to use Demetrius Knight Jr. the first half of the season, they were playing him up on the line a lot, dropping him back, doing this and that. And I'm like, he's not built for that. Now, Anthony Hill, that is a guy built for that. Anthony Hill could be a full-time edge rusher and a really good one. So Anthony Hill, he's very high on. I have him as a second-round guy, but he's like the top of the list of my second-round guys.
Got it. And then do you like Hill or Proctor? If both are there, I'd be curious who you would take.
Ooh. The Bengals would probably take Proctor. I would. Yeah. I do have Proctor just a little higher on my board. But, man, there's part of me that would just take Hill because our linebacker play is really bad. I don't think Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight, that is killing us. Our offense is not our problem. Personally, I would probably take Hill, knowing how bad our defense is. But I think Proctor is the higher rated, the better prospect for the NFL. Slightly.
Yep. Okay, so now we're in round 3, and Ryan Sparks in the chat is already giving you a suggestion. So what are the Bengals looking at in round 3 if they go safety linebacker?
Well, we took Downs, right?
Right.
So we took the safety, took the linebacker.
Yeah, I'd go interior O-line now.
I see. I would re-sign Dalton Reisner. He's played really well for us. Plus Jalen Rivers, and then Fairchild. I don't even think about guard. I'm thinking D tackle. I
don't love what's there anyway.
Yeah, I'm thinking D tackle, O tackle, and then corner is the other kind of spot.
So defensive tackle, Miller, and then Ibaragba's there.
See, he intrigues me because we need pass rush. I haven't seen it out of Miller. Everyone says, oh, he's got it. They just don't ask him to do it. And I'm like, maybe. I want to see it. But we're talking third round. This is a French top 50 guy. And you know what? Ryan Sparks is in the chat. So for Ryan, Kristen Miller, third round, let's put it on the board.
Okay. So, and now it's going to kick us to the Bengals' 4th round pick. So Dale's first mock is Caleb Downs, Anthony Hill Jr., Kristen Miller, and a player in position to be named later.
I got to think offensive tackle, just to look at it.
Chaplin. Right now, Freeling's there. I just added him,
Yeah.
so we would be the first one to take him.
Yeah, and honestly, like NFL mock draft database, I can get Freeling in like the 4th as well. It's just an easy pick for me because I think he's a fringe first-round talent. Like, and he may go back to Georgia.
And if you want to wait, we can take him in the next mock draft. But if we take him here in round 4, we won't be able to take him in the next.
I want to at least look at cornerback.
Okay. So Mass's right.
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine so both Matthews. Oh, I should say Masses and Matthews are there.
Matthews, I moved to 27. He got brutalized in that Indiana game, and I think he needs another year of development. Traydon Stukes, like a 6-year guy, Arizona had the injury last year, basically cost him a season. He's been fantastic. Keontae Scott, I like if you want a slot guy, but I think Dax should kick back in. So it's basically, if I went corner, it'd be between Masses and Stukes. And then offensive tackle, I feel like it's cheating if I get Monroe Freeling. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to just take Monroe Freeling. So this is my 1-of-1 version of my 4-rounder. And this is a dream scenario. But we're allowed to dream, right? That's why we love the dream.
That's why we do this.
Friday night, we dream.
Yep. And then now we're going to make your dream harder. Because now you're in your second mock draft. And what the simulator did is it made sure that Caleb Downs was off the board before your round 1 pick.
Okay.
So can't pick Caleb Downs.
And Peter Woods went.
Yep, Peter Woods is gone too. So what do you do?
All right, go to linebacker.
So Styles is there.
Mm-hmm. That's the only one I needed to see. I see the Reese is there, but there's something like I have them 2 players apart in my overall board, and Reese is above him, but I think Reese could be an edge. And I think the Bengals kind of need both. The only other thing I want to look at is offensive tackle.
Sure. So offensive tackle, Fano, World, Lomu are all still there.
Okay, but what about Trevor Gooseby?
Goosby's there. I don't have him high in the simulator, so he typically doesn't get drafted. But Goosby's on the simulator.
This is insanity. Trevor Gooseby is the best left tackle prospect in this class, and the Bengals need a left tackle because they have Mims at right. You're gonna have to add that one.
Okay.
But,
and you would take Gooseby over Maui Noah if both were there, because Maui Noah was available, but you chose Gooseby.
I would have to play him at right guard, but in my head, I'm re-signing Dalton Reisner, and I already have Jalen Rivers, so I've got like 2 potential right guards, and I got Mims at right tackle. And Maui Noah, as much as I wish he would have done it this year, has never played left tackle at Miami.
Okay, so this one Proctor drops. So what happens is Anthony Hill, who you took in the first mock, the simulator makes sure that player is off the board before your second round pick. So the Texans were the team that took Proctor before. Proctor now dropped. But you also took an offensive lineman in round 1. So what do you do?
Yeah, I'm looking at now the other positions from the last time. Linebacker, safety, corner. I'm looking at those positions.
So linebacker, safety. So you see Thieneman's there. You see Trotter's there.
I'm a big fan of Kamari Ramsey. I know he plays in the slot, but let me look at linebacker real quick.
Okay. So Trotter is
I have him with 27. I need to see if he declares, but because I don't have a full evaluation. Like he's not in my 26 draft guide. Rodriguez.
You would take Rodriguez in round 2?
I would.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's put it on the board because I can continue. I'm good with this.
JR is equal to 88. So I'm dropping that in the chat for a point of reference. So I'm looking at that 88 right there.
Like I could have tried to wait and get him in round 3, but if you find your guy, and this is a guy who just makes plays, like he's a dog. And I was the guy who had him 4th round most of the year. The more I watch, the more I go, he should go in the 2nd round. He's just a football player. He's a good football player.
Okay, so the Bengals are on the clock in round 3. So You took Kristen Miller in the last mock. The simulator makes sure he is off the board before your pick in round 3. You're still looking at safety. And
I gotta have a safety, honestly. And there's one that stands out to me immediately. It's AJ Halsey. I think he's a second round type of guy from LSU. He's a playmaker, the transfer from Houston, which, by the way, first found out about AJ Halsey doing summer scouting for LSU here, Jim, with you. I hadn't watched him. He wasn't on my radar. And I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. And then at LSU, I think he was phenomenal playing SEC competition. And I'm like, yeah, he's a dude. So he's a top 5 safety in this class, in my opinion.
Good.
Love that in the third round.
Yeah, so now you're at your round 4 pick. And you've gone Gooseby, Rodriguez, Halsey.
I like it.
What's in corner?
Corner D tackle, right? Still need a D tackle too. And that's what.
So Jackson's there, Corleone. I didn't see Moten on your board, but I'm assuming you have him with 2027.
No, I haven't done a full evaluation. I've kind of put off. It's like I have so many. Like no. he is a junior, I assume, right? I probably do have him with the 27 guys, but it's like it's one of those things they declare, and then a lot of the 27 guys I've already watched. He's just one I haven't watched, and I got tape to watch him, all 22 tape. I'm just putting it off. He's had a great season, though, so definitely probably the top of my list of guys to watch, to be fair.
And you have a day 2 grade on Renee Conga, correct?
Yeah, third round type guy. Let's do it. Honestly, pass rush juice. Let's do it because the only other spot. I think the Bengals need pass rush juice. So Conga, great call, great pick there, in my opinion.
Okay, so that's Gooseby, Rodriguez, Halsey, Conga, and Dale. By the way, I love how you're talking through the mock draft. This is exactly how I wanted it to go. So we've done 2 of the 5 mocks.
It's like speed dating, but with mock drafts.
Oh, that's a great analogy. And look at this. So now Peter
I think the results are better.
So Dale, this is the type of situation that I'm hoping the simulator puts you in. If you're looking at Terrell, Styles, Woods, and Maui Noah for the Bengals, what kind of decision is that for you?
Styles and Woods for me personally, based on what the Bengals need. But it's one where Peter Woods has been off the board twice. I'm not making that mistake a third time when he's here. I'm going Peter Woods.
Here, look who you missed who the Jets took in that. They took Gooseby in this one.
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah.
So the simulator,
you definitely don't need
that's
him.
a forced pick by the simulator.
Yeah.
So the simulator will make sure, and I'll point that out here when we get to the Bengals' second round pick. So Hill and Rodriguez, who were Dale's picks the first 2 times, are off the board before the Bengals pick here.
It puts you in these situations, and I think this is fantastic, Jim. I like the way you have this set up, and because guess what happens in the real draft, guys? You don't get your first pick. You don't get your second pick. You a lot of times don't get your third pick. So this is a good way to do this because it makes you think, and then you think, well, the next round, that's probably, Yep. And it makes you look at it different because everyone can put out a mock draft with their favorite prospects in their favorite round that they might go in, and it all changes. So I love this. This is great, Jim.
Well, thank you. So Proctor dropped a round 2. Is that a sprint to pick up for you?
Yeah, it's got to be at that point because I think behind Orlando Brown would be the perfect person if he wants to stick at left tackle to learn how to jump off sides quickly like he did during the Chiefs. He's always off sides, by the way. And I like Orlando Brown, playing really good football the last couple of weeks, but that would be great. And also, if you need a guard where I think he would be best at, I would put him at right guard if I needed to and let him just maul people. I think that would be a great pick for the present and the future.
Okay, so Peter Woods, Caden Proctor, round 1 and 2. In round 3, Kristen Miller and AJ Halsey are off the board. So what do you do if you're the Bengals GM?
All right, so we got our D tackle, our O tackle. I'm thinking corner, linebacker, and safety. Like I go back to the same positions, just in different orders of where I take them.
Yep. So Michael Taft is still there in round 3. Not sure
I don't know how I feel about him. I just don't. Like, he's so small. Like, I need to see his weight because that was the biggest thing doing summer scouting with Newt. When it was like, he's 170, I'm like, what? Like, it's hard to be a slot cornerback, let alone a safety. He's a dog, walk-on, baller. I get all of that. But, yeah, we're going to skip that. McNeil Warren's on the board?
In round 3. Yep. I knew who I think you would go for.
I mean, come on, man. I've got this guy as I am leaning toward moving him above Ramsey, and I think I haven't seen if he's gone to the Super Bowl yet, but he's my safety too. Like, long, rangy, physical. I mean, 6'3", 209. All the forced fumbles he has. I love Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Love it.
And he loves to hit. Loves it.
Yes.
Seeks it out.
Yeah, and Steve just got done going through 33 safeties on podcasts. So I know that Steve likes Emmanuel McNeil Warren too.
Well, how is this one maybe the best one I've done yet? Like, getting him in this round. Like,
right. So you get a couple of different mocks here. So that's part of the idea is that if the simulator always has Peter Woods going before your pick, this will give you a chance to create a mock with him. You just got to get deep into the fanatic mode. So if you do Woods, Proctor, McNeil, Warren, what linebackers do you like in round 4? Golday, York, and Weeks are all there.
I would have to stick with the local guy in Golday because he's high on my board, but I want to just say I absolutely love Torian York. Undersized, under-recruited out of high school. Dog since day one at Texas A&M. Fantastic player. But I would go Jake Golday because I think he can do a little bit of everything at a linebacker position. And it's crazy that he would be there in the 4th round. He's a second-round guy for me.
Okay. So I'm probably observing that there might be a couple of other people that are either doing Bengals mocks or other mocks. Because when you see the simulator go that slow, that tells me that we have friends that are using the simulator at the same time as us.
Good. Nice. As they should.
Yes. Okay, so now we're about to go into mock 4. So what's going to happen at mock 4 is that Caleb Downs, Trevor Gooseby, and Peter Woods are all off the board before the Bengals pick.
Because that's the one. Like, he was phenomenal against Indiana. Converted safety, 6'4", 240, hasn't lost any athleticism at all. He's still young because he reclassified out of high school when he was going into his senior year. He was a freshman at Ohio State. Sonny Styles in the 1st round. I don't care if it's 10th pick, 15th pick. If those guys are off the board, Sonny Styles is the guy you take.
Okay, so Sonny Styles is the pick in round 1. We're going to the Bengals round 2 pick. In round 2, Anthony Hill, Jacob Rodriguez, Caden Proctor are all off the board before the Bengals pick. So what do you do?
I want to look at corner because I haven't taken a ton of corners in general.
Yep. Abney's available.
100% go Keith Abney, the second from Arizona State, a dude who could slide his way into the end of the 1st round. If Maxwell Hairston, no offense, Jim, and he's been decent, goes to the Buffalo Bills at the end of the 1st, Keith Abney is a better prospect than Maxwell Hairston, in my opinion. So getting him in the 2nd, I take him.
Right. And again, so you're being put in a situation with fanatic mode. How often do you see Keith Abney dropped around 2? You have to, right? So you're focused more on the value of the pick than, even though the Bengals may have more pressing needs, do you
take the value. Okay. If you're a smart GM, you always go BPA as much as you can.
Okay. Styles and Abney, rounds 1 and 2. So you're probably looking at safety or offensive tackle.
No, let's go to safety because sadly this is the Bengals. Like, Geno Stone will be a free agent, and Geno Stone isn't it in the first place. You have to get a safety in the first 3 rounds. Imagine if they drafted Xavier Watts last year, they wouldn't have to do this. But hey, neither here nor there, right?
So I think out of these, it's either Taff or Husky is the best safety available. But there are a few draft professors that absolutely love Bud Clark. So
I am actually more I like Taff, but I'm a Husky or right there. Zakee Wheatley. Zakee Wheatley from Penn State is a dog. Okay. As bad as they were. Yeah. Give me Wheatley.
So you have a mock now of Styles, Abney, Wheatley. What are you looking at round 4? Is that interior offensive line, or are you going to look at a different position?
I mean, I don't have my D tackle, and
okay.
I don't have my O tackle, so I'm looking at those two positions. O tackle, I can't imagine there's anything worth me wanting to get.
Okay. So in round 4, it makes sure that Monroe Freeling, Renee Conga, Jake Goldday are off the board. So I know from your board you're not very high on Jackson or Harris here.
I have him as third. I have Jackson as a third round guy, but I think he's a run stuffer, and I don't think that's what the Bengals need. So who's O tackle? Anything at O tackle?
Chaplin and Keegan Trust.
God, I would really I do not like Chaplin. I think he should go back to school. But the traits are enticing. The traits are enticing, and he's big. I could see the Bengals liking that. But let's go back to D tackle. All right, so we got Jackson. Yeah, I'm going to shoot my shot here with Xavier Harris. I would have to feel comfortable about the off-field stuff with the domestic violence charge that he had in the past. But once again, it's the Deion Walker size athleticism combination. Wait, Lee Hunter was available?
No. And I was putting Ryan's comment up. Ryan, I believe Lee Hunter went about 3 picks before the Bengals selected. I did not see Lee Hunter on the board. So.
Woo, that was a speed round, man.
Okay, so now we're doing the 5th and final mock. So we're at mock 5 now.
Oh, I got to do another one?
Yep. So this is the last one. So okay. So in this case, you're round 1 down.
No, I already see it. It's Mansour Delane, the cornerback from LSU, because you're going to have Cam Taylor-Britt being a free agent, Dax Hill sliding back into the slot. Mansour Delane is a top 15, top 20 player in this class and had an incredible season at LSU, and he can come up and tackle. So Mansour Delane, easy decision.
Okay. So, and Dale, I was actually surprised at how quickly you made that decision, but some people are telling me that they don't see Delane going in the top 10. So that was
we're picking at 10. I think we'll pick at 15. We'll win a couple of these. We play Arizona, Cleveland, and Miami after Baltimore. So when I'm making these picks, it's not just for top 10, it's top 15. And Delane at 14 or 15, Styles at 14 or 15, that picks looks a lot better. That's just where my head is.
Okay, so Anthony Hill, Jacob Rodriguez, Caden Proctor, and Keith Abney go the immediate picks before Cincinnati picks. So what are you looking at in round 2?
Look at tackles.
Probably need to look at defensive tackle.
Caleb Tiernan dropped. Drew Shelton's there. Austin Barber is there.
Well, how about D tackles? If we go corner, I'm thinking D tackle.
Orange. I know that you're much lower on McClellan. Ibaragba's there.
Yeah, none of these are screaming second round. I'm just going to double up. I'm going to go back to safety. I'm going to take Dylan Thieneman from Oregon. I'm going to say, hey, we're going to have to – hopefully we invested in free agency on the D line because – and there's a position I haven't looked at, and it's edge. And obviously losing Osai.
You might be losing Hendrickson, right?
Yeah, and Osai, who's played good football. He's going to be a free agent again.
Okay, so if you go Delane and Thieneman, and then Miller, Halsey, McNeil, Warren, and Wheatley are all off the board before your pick in round 3. What do you do?
Let me look at wide receiver. I'm feeling frisky on this 5th one.
Ooh,
Fields
look who's there.
Harbor dropped to round 3. Branch is there. Hurst is there.
It's Zachariah Branch, 100%. Because I haven't mentioned this. The Bengals, what they need is a speedier slot receiver at some point. I think it's a day 3 thing, like a Kevin Coleman Jr. from Missouri. But Zachariah Branch, he's a second-round player for me. Like, I got him in my top 50. He's had a fantastic season. He's a return man. He's explosive. Like, I think Zachariah Branch is a guy that you just, if he's there in the 3rd, all day long.
So you are the highest I have heard on Zachariah Branch so far this cycle, Dale.
Well,
by a round.
I bet it changes. I bet it changes.
Okay, so if you go Delane, Thieneman, Branch, do you like York or Weeks in round 4?
Yeah. I think Weeks is 2027. Like, personally.
Okay. Yeah.
But give me York because I haven't taken him and I love him. And I talked about how much I love him earlier. So give me Torian York. Undersized, but fantastic instincts. Just a good football player. Give me him all day long.
Okay. So, Steve, you've been really patient with Dale talking. So, Steve, out of the 5 drafts that Dale did, which one do you like the best?
Let's see what I can see up here. Yeah, bring them up for me. So we got Downs Hill. Okay. And then we've got Goose, JR. All right. So I like the second one better than the first. I like
Woods,
number
Proctor,
3.
McNeil, Warren.
Yeah. I like that one. Probably better than the second one.
Yeah. I like the Peter Woods one is my favorite.
Yeah.
And then it was Styles, Abney, Wheatley, Harris. I actually think I like that one the best.
Yeah. Harris is one of my sleepers. I know the off the field stuff, but it's a tough one between
I think it's either the 3rd one or the 4th one for me.
Scroll down for me.
Oh.
I just want to see. You know what? I'm going to go with the last one. I like that, he's put together his secondary. I like, the slot capability of Branch in there, so I'm going to go with the final one. Okay. He gets my A grade for the final mock.
Okay. So, Steve, if memory serves me correctly, the Jets have no 3rd round pick, correct?
Correct. As of right now, they have 2 1s and 2 2s and a 4th. I mean, in reality, I don't really think they'll be picking at number 7. And quite possibly, I don't think they may have 2 picks in round 1, maybe not even 2 picks in round 2. But we'll find out.
So for the Jets, because you have multiple.
So no trades here for the Jets, Jim, correct?
Correct. So there's no trades when you're in fanatic mode. Because the Jets have 4 picks in the first 2 rounds, I'm going to leave this set to 2 rounds.
That's fair.
And we'll go with 5. And so we don't know if quarterbacks are going to fall. That's the biggest challenge here, right?
And so we don't know who's going to declare.
Yeah. So, Steve, what positions are you targeting for the Jets in the first 2 rounds?
All right. I mean, first and foremost, let's see what's going on with quarterbacks, because if you ain't got none, you ain't got none, and the Jets got none. So the mock
was Bain, Mendoza, Reese, Moore
is gone.
Tate. Yep.
All right. Let me see what we've got. I mean, outside of O-line, you really can't go wrong with anything the Jets take. The roster needs high-end talent. It needs depth. I'm certainly not going to be doing depth in rounds 1 and 2, but maybe I got some expiring contracts that I want to look at. All right. So, man. Jet Nation. All right. So I've got Jordan Tyson on there. You know what? The Jets absolutely have no safeties. They took Malachi Moore last year. I need to start building the position. I'm going to get fired by Jet Nation, but that's okay. I mean, I need to start solidifying that secondary. I don't have Sauce Gardner anymore. I do like A.Z. Thomas, who they drafted in the 3rd round, but I need a defensive leader, a guy who I think will wear a green dot and do a better job over Jamie and Sherwood. So we're taking my Buckeye, Caleb Downs.
Yeah, I just realized that you and Dale are both Buckeyes fans.
Hell yeah, we are.
A man of impeccable taste. I mean,
yeah. Come on, Jim. You can be a Buckeye fan too.
And
everybody.
Yeah, I can pretend. So Peter Woods went to the Bengals. With Caleb Downs off the board, Peter Woods was the best available player. So that's how that worked out. So then
as it should be.
Terrell, Fano, McDonald, Banks, Bailey, Tyson, World, Lalulu, Styles, Sadiq are off the board. The Jets with their 2nd round 1 pick. What do they do, Steve?
Let's see. Hang on. I'm taking, you know what? I've got Garrett Wilson and guys. I'm bringing in Mekhi Lemon. Right now, he's my number 2 safety on my board behind wide receiver.
Number 2 receiver. Yeah.
Receiver behind Carnell Tate. I love what Jordan
I'm with
Tyson
you. I have the same
table.
thing. Same thing.
Man, Jordan Tyson, that injury stuff makes me nervous.
Yep.
But Mekhi Lemon, I'm going to use him in the slot. I'm going to do some things out of the backfield with him. I'll throw him opposite AD Mitchell. So there's my first round in this one.
Okay.
All right.
So
round number
what are
2.
You doing in round 2? Abney has fallen. Brazel, you're just a receiver.
Yeah, I'm good on corner. Let me see what I've got in edge, although I think I already know what I'm doing.
Howell's here.
Cassius Howell. Ooh, Zion Young. Atkins.
Bro, Cassius
This
Howell.
is a little.
Say that again, Dale.
I was like, Cassius Howell. Shit. Like,
no.
I'm not as high.
I'm not as high on Howell as others are, but in the 2nd round, that's a good value pick. Again, I know what I'm doing. Where's Anthony Russo where I need him? Because Cole Payton, you are a New York Jet.
What?
No promise to.
What?
Hey.
In the 2nd round?
In the 2nd round,
he had 4 interceptions last week.
I got baby Josh Allen coming to the Jets. Jets.
Oh God! No.
I know the interceptions were there. I like the build. You know, North Dakota State. That's kind of like Timu FBS for me, and I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to trust my fellow Jet fans, and I do like.
I'm not going to pick this one as my favorite for your.
We have yet to begun to fight.
And you could tell Peyton had been picked by Jets fans before because the only way he gets to that top spot on the board is if somebody had picked him before.
I noticed that.
Yep. Okay. So,
all right.
Steve, the last 2nd round pick, what are you thinking?
Let me see what I've got at linebacker. That's I need to upgrade that position.
Hill,
yep.
Rodriguez, Golday.
Don't even need to. Nope. Anthony Hill Jr. I'm stealing Dale's lunch money right there.
No, that you brought me back with that one. That's a great pick.
All right.
Okay. So this one, it makes sure that Downs is off the board before your pick.
Yep.
Arvell Reese fell to pick 7. What do you do?
Yep. I'm taking him, not even thinking about it. I've got Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald. I need to upgrade that. But yeah, Arvell Reese is my chess piece.
Okay. And then Lemon is off the board before your 2nd round 1 pick. What do you do? So like this case, I don't think Jeremiah Love was there before. I don't think the Jets are going running back, but this is the 21st overall pick, and Love is still on the board.
He's my player 1.
Yeah.
Overall board.
Yeah.
Overall. Wow.
Like,
I mean, you trade Brees Hall for a 2nd or 3rd round pick? Like, even
Yeah, I'm not getting the second for him, but
I'm just saying, Jeremiah Love, good call, Jim.
Jim can tell you I did fanatic mode just on the first round, and in one of them I did take Love. Let me see what I got. All right, so I went Arvell Reese. Let's see what. There's a guy I want to know if he's still there. Let me see interior O-line. He is gone. Oh, no, he is there.
Too.
Vega Ioane. He is. So I've got 4 pieces of my O-line now set because they extended Josh Myers today. I'm still going to probably take a center later on, but now I'm solidifying. I mean, I love Ioane's game. People don't get around him. He's going to slide right into the left guard position for me, right next to Olu Fashanu. Yeah, dude's a beast.
Dude, he is guard. He's easily guard 1. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He is actually the only interior lineman. He's the only interior lineman I have with a day 1 grade.
No, he's fantastic. That's
all right. Let's go to safety because I need to address that. Right there, Manuel McNeil Warren. He is a top 40 player. I actually have him as my safety number 4. Dale behind Downs and Thieneman and Ramsey.
Yeah, but, that 4, the 2 through 4 for me is very interchangeable.
Yep, I agree. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's see
so
D tackle.
Reese, Aone,
and McNeil Warren. Let's see.
That's a good start.
Yeah, let's see the D lineman who's out there.
Orange
Big
is there.
Citrus, Miller,
Hunter,
Ryan. Ooh. All right, and before I make my call, let me see which receiver is out there. Chris Bell, you broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that. Yeah. Nope.
Range.
Nope. I'm going back to D tackle, and I'm taking. Who do I have? I've got Harrison Phillips. You like him? You know what? Heck with it. I got to get some penetration there.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then never mind. This is a family environment.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go with Lee Hunter. Going to shake it up a little bit.
I'm
not as high on Miller.
Okay. No,
I love Lee Hunter. Think that's a great pick in the second round for anybody.
Yep.
Okay. So this one,
Dante Moore.
Dante
Moore.
So yes. Dante Moore dropped. Is he the pick?
He's a
clearly.
Yeah.
I was sure
if they're there.
We're not even going to let the NFL Network get a commercial in. We're running that card up.
So Lemon and Ione are off the board for the second pick. Again, Jeremiah Love is staring at you at pick 21.
Did Kenyon Sadiq go?
Why do you hate Jeremy Ruckert from the Ohio
Yes,
State?
He went to Tampa Bay. So
they did.
Sadiq is going to pick immediately before you. Tampa Bay really needs a tight end. I think Tampa Bay is the floor for Sadiq. I don't think Sadiq gets by.
Well, I don't think the Jets have that pick in the real life. I think they got up for Dante Moore.
Yeah.
This is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What pick number 21? I mean, Keldrick Falk falling is really interesting there too. But I'm surprised. I don't know. There's got to be like some kind of like draft night gas mask thing going on. Like Jeremiah Love dropped to 21.
Well, people need to pick him in order for him to go higher. So this is basically saying the users of the simulator don't draft a running back in round 1.
You know,
it's the Agenti tax. I feel like, you know,
maybe, but I don't know what the new Dolphins Jerry Jones rather with the Cowboys or Queasy with the Vikings are doing. I'm going to give a call to one of the other GMs known as Dale and see if he'll give me a third for Breece Hall because Jeremiah Love is coming to the JETS.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Chase Brown. I'm still a Chase Brown truther, but man. Brees Hall's really good. Somebody will take him. It might not be the Bengals, but
no, it might be the Chiefs or the Cowboys. Maybe they'll give us another pick. All right, let's go
the
to
Cowboys
safety.
might give you like a second round pick easily for Brees Hall.
We already have their second.
Yeah. Well, they'll give me a second the next year.
Maybe they'll give me Quinnen Williams back. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think a veteran running back, will be traded for a day 2 pick.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I think if the Jets were able to get
depreciates, like Buffalo drafted James Cook in round 2. The moment they drafted him, they were never going to get a second round pick for him ever again.
Well, and that's where the Jets drafted Brees Hall. And truthfully, I think if somebody offered a third round pick for him, in advance of this year's trade deadline, he'd have been gone. So I think
agree.
it's a day 3. All right. So let's see safety. I gotta pick up this defense. I'm good on corner. All right. And let's see.
Wait, you were lower on Kilgore though.
I am lower on Kilgore. Not by much.
You were the one that was lower on Kilgore, right?
Yeah, he had him in his top 5, where my top 5 finished with Jalen Husky. I may push that out to day 3. Let's see what I got at D-line and edge. Nope, same thing.
Yeah.
The
board should stay almost constant from one mock to the other, with the exception of you have to look for the player that dropped, right? So Peyton and McNeil Warren went off the board before your pick. So whoever the Titans and the Giants were picking has dropped, but you don't necessarily know who that player is unless you're paying attention.
Yeah. All right. I really like
Howell is there in round 2.
Yeah, I really like Big Citrus, but the value. Yeah, I'm gonna take Cassius Howell and add him there.
See, I don't know if I like Big Citrus that much. Like, is that
I like him? I like him as an early day 3. I don't know, or a late day 2. I'm not so sure that I'm taking him in the second round.
Right.
Same thing with Corleone.
Yeah, the top 50 buzz for Big Citrus is just like, you have a cool nickname.
Yep. If Amari Washington was there, I would have taken him there. I wouldn't have thought about it, but okay. So what have I done?
Anthony Hill and Lee Hunter are off the board before your pick.
Yep.
What are the Jets doing with the
what have I done? I did Dante Moore. I took Jeremiah Love, and I took Cassius Howell. I still need a safety. Let me see wide receiver who's around.
So
Michael Trigg. Trigg is interesting, but what's in wide receiver?
And then Omar Cooper Jr. dropped this time. He wasn't available before. He's there now.
Yeah,
he would eat in the slot.
Yep, I agree with you. Yep, that's going to be the pick. Omar Cooper Jr. Yeah,
in round
it was
2.
Awful. Yep.
Okay.
So that's mock number 2, I believe.
That was mock number 3. We've got 2 more to go.
3. Okay.
Okay. So this one, Ty Simpson dropped. So the question is, Ty Simpson or a positional player?
Positional. What else I got? What's available? Scroll down a little for me on.
So Steve, you're probably like me. Like Ty Simpson's 2027, right?
I was sort of on the fence about that. Here's the thing, right?
So he has the playoffs, honestly.
The last few weeks haven't looked good, but I'm also looking at the age. He's
going to come out this year, I think, Dale, because of the age. That's what we're talking about at the Draft Professor. He would be 24 if he came out next year.
Well, they also have Keelan Russell. Like, he might be forced out of Alabama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Sadiq is here.
Yep. Noah. Peter Woods. I really don't need a D tackle that high. I've got Banks. No.
Who's your D tackles? Like, because I like
after Quinnen. So right now they've got Harrison Phillips that they acquired in a trade with the Vikings, and Jawan Briggs. That was kind of a throwaway in the break. Yeah, Cleveland. And that's been a pretty good pickup. So I don't really think I got to run the card up, for another D tackle. You know what? It's really high for him. Jordan Tyson makes me nervous. I'm taking Sadiq. I want a playmaker. Maybe I know at number 7, but
no, I'm
I
not
want a
mad at it.
playmaker.
I was just saying, like, I thought you were going to take the swing on Tyson because he's talented enough to go that high. But the
for sure,
scare me.
That's what it is. That's what it is for me with him. All right, so I've got that. I can't take Cole Payton again. Not that I would. I love making him miserable right now.
You and the
I love making you miserable.
I mean, that's like a 6th round guy.
Got to hold the name up to the mirror, man. Let's see what. All right, so I don't need corner. I may go that later. Casey Concepcion. That's a possibility. Oh, there he is. Now, wait. Nope. Thank you for scrolling. Sonny Styles. That is a great. The fact
get away from my Sonny Styles.
I can't believe
that's at pick 21. He fell to 21st overall.
The Bucks need a linebacker, something awful too. Okay,
that is a perfect pick there.
That man, I'm high fiving the whole draft room. I'm even letting my owner get on the phone. Okay, so you like that? What do we got?
So if Washington dropped you in round 2, do you take him?
Yeah, I'm picking him up right here.
Right.
Yep.
So again, just pay attention to, like, if you're doing this and you get in the habit of trying these fanatic mode things, the board at each pick will look really similar, except 1 or 2 players will usually drop because the players that you took, so in this case, Anthony Hill, Lee Hunter, and Omar Cooper Jr. are forced picks by the simulator so that you can't pick them again.
And I know you said you don't need a corner, but like Colton Hood would have been a good pick there too. I agree. Amari Washington, the upside I would take that all day long there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I went
Sadiq
Styles, Washington. Doesn't look like there's going to be any of the edges I would want, but I'll take a look anyway.
Mason Thomas, Zion Young.
I like Zion Young. It's a little early for. Hang on. Nope. I just saw it. I want my Oregon guy. Mateo. I don't know how to pronounce it. I call him ukulele. Ukulele. Okay. Ukulele sounds good.
Yeah,
we have him as a return to school. We have him as, or at least Owen and Newt had him as day 3 return to school to be a 1st round pick next year.
Nope. He's top 50 still.
Okay.
Too high.
So Steve, this is the one that's probably going to be the hardest because the guys you like are already off the board.
Not really.
Is Fernando Mendoza?
Yeah, no, Mendoza's gone, but you got it, Jim. Carnell Tate. I mean, how do you not love him? He's my wide receiver 1. I'll put him in the slot. I'll put him on the boundary. We're going to be the New York Buckeyes. That's right.
Steve.
O-H. That's right.
Okay. So at pick 21, Lemon, Ione, Love, Styles are all off the board. What do you think you're going to do, Steve?
I think I'm going to grab Keldrick Falk. I want to nail down that edge position. At 21, I think that's a good spot for him. Yeah.
You need your Shamar Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
That's who.
No, I don't. Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah. Neither one of them produced in college, and here we go. Yeah.
He produced more than Shamar, to be fair. He had 7 sacks and 24.
Okay. So in
that's
round
more
2,
than Shamar had in his career.
True facts.
So in round 2, Cole Payton, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, Cassius Howland, Amari Washington were taken right before your pick. What do you do?
Let's see the safety class. What do we got?
Ramsey, Kilgore, Clark, right?
I'm not overdrafting Garrett Nussmeier or Drew Aller. That's for sure.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, I'll wait. Maybe I'll trade down, pick up a third and something. I think I'm going to go Kamari Ramsey with the pick at the
That's
safety
my
position.
thought. I like it.
Thank you. Yep.
Okay, so Tate, Falk, Ramsey, your final pick, and it makes sure that Hill, Hunter, Cooper Jr., and Ugalele are off the board before your pick.
All right, let me first see the. I think I know where I'm going to. Oh, now changing my mind. I was actually thinking Emmanuel Pregnon from Oregon, but you pulled up the linebackers and JR. I'm grabbing JR.
Okay.
One of my favorite
you
linebackers.
guys are significantly higher on Rodriguez than when like James Foster and Sam Teets and Anthony Russo podcast.
Well, we're smarter than that, Jim.
And that's okay.
We're starting a movement.
Yep.
Yeah. I guarantee by the end of the process, Jacob Rodriguez, everyone has him in their top 50.
I think the scouting report said really good player, but his athleticism is going to keep him at day 3 because he's a linebacker.
The more I watch him, the more I'm like, he has good athleticism. The only thing I worry about is the size. How big is he? Yep. What is his measurements? You know, he's one of the biggest measurement guys.
Yep. Okay, so you guys have gone through this exercise. What did you think?
Well, I gotta judge his, right? Like,
go for it. So
you
Downs, Lemon, Peyton, Hill.
Well, Peyton kind of.
He hates that draft. Yeah.
I like
Ione, McNeil, Warren, Hunter. I think this is the one that Dale's going to like the best.
Yeah.
I think I like it the best, actually.
Yeah. That's
Dante
my favorite.
Moore, Jeremiah Love, Cassius Howell, Omar Cooper. I do like this one a lot.
I like it because Dante Moore, and that's the thing that Steve didn't do. He didn't like, I'm going to reach for a quarterback in every one of them. No, Dante Moore's there. I'm going to take him.
Yep.
And then Sadiq, Styles, Washington, Ugalele.
I like that one a lot, talent-wise. I do. And then Tate, Falk, Ramsey, and Rodriguez, like that one a lot. Like, I think that one is realistic if they don't trade out. The last one is the most realistic and has the most talent. But I think number 2 for me, Jim, is my favorite.
Oh, yeah. The number 2. Okay, got it. So it's the Reese, Ione, McNeil, Warren, Hunter.
Yeah, okay. That is just 4 studs, in my opinion. 4 impact guys immediately.
So, Dale, I'm going to put you back on for the Bengals, but we're only going to do a round 1. So
and Jets and Bengals. Let's do Jets and Bengals. Put the Jets up.
I don't know if I'm allowed to turn. Let's see if we can turn on. Oh, is it going to let me turn on both? No, if I have first round challenge on, it's only going to let me pick the Bengals. So you're going to do 5 1-round drafts for the Bengals.
Oh, we're doing more? Like
I'm going to give you one more hit. I got a lot of buttons. I like showing off my simulator.
Right,
I have 2 of my favorite podcasters here.
Steve, I want to say, not to interrupt you, I want to say, Steve, good to do a stream with you because, like, I know we've talked on Twitter and
this has been amazing.
I love this, man.
What Jim has put together, let no man put us under. I love it.
No, Jim is the GOAT, and
he is
the GOAT. Period. The draft GOAT.
You. Okay, Bain, Mendoza, Reese, Moore, Simpson, Tate, Delane, Maui, Noah, Downs are the 9 picks before you. Who is BPA for you right now, Dale?
I mean, Peter Woods, but Sonny Styles is actually BPA on my board is Spencer Fano. But for the Bengals, I would not go Fano because I think you keep him at right tackle.
Yeah.
My God, summer scouting, I was like, this guy moves like a tight end. That's why he was my O-tackle 1 over the summer. And a lot of people were like, I like Lomu more, and he's left tackle and this and that. And I was like,
two different positions.
I'm like, that's fine. But Spencer Fano is that guy. Like, I have no doubt that he is that guy. So, like, best player available is Spencer Fano. For the Bengals, Peter Woods.
Okay. So you're going to see a similar trend. So the simulator, when you go to do your second, so we're doing 5 one-round mocks. The simulator makes sure Woods is off the board. So this time Downs fell. Do you take Downs or Styles?
Yeah, it's Downs. He is number 2 on my board behind Jeremiah Love, overall. And I had people like, would you take Styles or Love? Not even Downs. And I'm like, I would take Styles for what the Bengals need. But my God, Jeremiah Love, because they have Chase Brown. Chase Brown is very good, But Jeremiah Love is going to make somebody's football team so much better.
So if you look for the third time, Woods and Downs are off the board. Mm-hmm. And also notice that Maui Noah originally was the second player on the Bengals board in the simulator. He's fallen to 4th because we keep skipping him. So each time you skip a player, they will move down a little bit.
If they don't re-sign Dalton Reisner, I get Francis Mauigoa as a right guard for the Bengals. It would be a great pick. And if Mims gets hurt, which he was hurt in college, you kick him out to right tackle. I get the thought of that. But for me, no. Sonny Styles, 100% would be my third pick here because he's just a dog at linebacker.
Okay. And then Delane is there. So Woods, Downs, Styles are off the board. Mm-hmm. And if you notice Delane is at the top. So people have picked him enough that he's at the top. There's a reason that somebody's at the top of the board in the simulator. They don't get there on accident. People pick them and they move up.
I mean, just a fantastic season for him. But even his Virginia Tech tape, he's a dog against the run. He's so good. Is that who
is
you picked?
He your CB1?
Yeah, yes. He is. He is my CB1, but it's hard to knock a guy for not playing, knowing how good they are, right? Because we see that with the Texans.
McCoy down, though. I had to knock McCoy down.
And I did too. Steve. I knocked him down one spot because I'm like, I think he could have came back and played.
Yeah.
And there's no COVID, like there was with
but you know what? It gave LSU. Us some greater. It gave us greater eyes on Colton Hood, though, so it worked out, right? Mm-hmm. And it gave him a chance to improve his own stock. So,
and if Reese is there, is that a no-brainer, Dale?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I was looking at when I said Delane on the last one, Jim, was because he's not had a good second half of his season, by the way, at all. He's been non-existent. You got to say it because that's the truth. But it's a guy who would fit perfectly in that role I was talking about with Demetrius Knight Jr. that they were trying to do. So that would be the 5 if Reese is an option.
Okay. So if you see an A+ grade when you do a mock on the simulator, that means that if I was doing a mock draft for Buffalo, I'm going to see an A+ Bengals pick. Right. So I wouldn't, in this situation, I wouldn't see the Bengals pick Styles because he wasn't the highest player on the board. Right. So if you pick Styles enough, he'll move up that one spot on the board so that turns into an A+. Basically, it means that Styles has to be higher than Maui Noah. Right. Because Maui Noah is what prevented Styles from being an A+, because there was a player higher when we picked it. So that first round challenge was a lot quicker, right? Because it took us 40 minutes to do fanatic mode. We just got the first round challenge one done probably in about 10 minutes.
It's fun. All of this is fun, and it's fun doing it, especially with you, Jim, controlling everything. That's the thing. But go on the website and guys, he has built this for you, for the draft fanatics. He has built it for you.
The other feature of the site that I really like and use is the player rankings, right? So if you're not going to play around with the mock simulator, where you're drafting, your guys, go on there, select your position and then play around with your rankings. I think when you sign up for the site, if I'm correct, the default is you get 5 per position, correct?
Correct. And you have to contact me to get it higher than 5. But
yeah,
this ranking right here, this is Dale's defensive tackle board. I literally did this about 30 minutes before we podcasted.
Yep. I love it.
Right.
Yeah. And it's great, if you've got, a channel of your own, folks, whether or on social media like Twitter or, or looking to incorporate graphics into your Substack, whatever, definitely use this because you could download the image and just upload the media, once you've created it. So this really is, it's not just a mock draft simulator. There's so much more you could do.
Yep.
Get your friends involved at 7:00 on a Friday night, have some drinks, and instead of playing Minecraft, go ahead and draft a team.
So,
well,
yeah. So
and also, I was just going to say, like, the interactive community that you've built here, Jim, with the draft stuff is just amazing. And I don't think you get as much credit as you truly deserve.
Cosign.
So ironically, I'm not the type that needs credit as long as nobody tries to take the credit away. I don't want somebody to diss me, right? I have put in work in. I want to enjoy the back and forth because I created this because I didn't think podcasters covered the draft right. Because they do a mock draft on a podcast and they only talk about like the 7 guys that they take. Well, already, like Dale, when you did yours, you talked about 20 players that you think the Bengals should target, and you talked about what round you would target them in. Steve, doing just 2 rounds for the Jets, was able to talk through his scenarios. Those guys are off the board. What do I do? Like the one where he took Sadiq in round 1 with that top pick. That was a tough choice for Steve because that's not a situation that anybody thinks if you only do 1 mock, Sadiq isn't going to be the choice.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I designed it so that people could talk about it on the air. I mean, yeah, you can use it privately, right? We all use the simulator privately. And there's a lot more buttons. So Dale,
and you've got some new features coming too, right? Where you could force trades and things like that. I think, you'd mentioned that's on the horizon.
So yeah, okay. So this is my test site. Okay, so if we go to the draft value chart, so here's one that the Jets fans will like. So this is my test site. This button won't exist on the normal simulator. So there's a trade modeler. Okay. And if we say the Jets trade up with the Giants, it just did the math for us. That's what the trade looks like.
Oh, I love that.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty elite. Jim, you do like what you're doing is special, and it's a matter of time before anybody, like, I think there's so many people that love the draft. I don't think they all know about Draft Professor and what you're doing. And the fact that you podcast every single day of the week, and you're finding people that then also meet other people that are like, I'm a draft guy too. Like, I think that is special. You're building a community.
Thank you.
People
I'm all about community, and Dale, we don't want to sell you short either, right? I mean, I've attended 1 or 2 live events with you, and you're filling a restaurant. So I'm not the only one with a community. You have your community, I've got mine, and a little bit of it overlaps.
My community was a lot of Bengals stuff, and listen, I love my Bengals community. But my passion is in the draft, Jim. And we've had talks on the phone where it's like, hey, I don't care if you got 4 people watching this. This means something to me, and what you're building means something to me, and it's going to grow. I see the vision. And it's not about, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it. And you are putting in the most ridiculous amount of work for somebody for this. And like, then I'll listen to a podcast with Mel Kiper, and I'm not trying to shit on Mel Kiper or any of them, but I'm like, they're talking about these prospects that are up and comers and, these guys you need to watch out for. And I'm like, we've talked about them for a year and a half, you cunts.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Just sorry to say cunts, but.
No. Like, you are right. Like, so if you think about it, Dale and Steve, so like when all of us started watching the draft and following the draft, we really only had one source, and it was Mel Kiper and ESPN, right?
Yep.
But in reality, now if you look, like if anybody here watched day 3 of the NFL draft on ESPN or NFL Network, I guarantee Dale, Steve, and I could have talked about the players on day 3 more than ESPN did. The only
I did that for the last 3 years. I did that for the last 3 years, to be fair, on Bengals and Bruce. But you just feel like you're talking to nobody. You know what I mean? I do, at least. And it's like, I found my people when it comes to the draft, and you guys are part of my people. Like, you guys at least get what I'm talking about. Doing this, Jim, I had no idea what I was getting into when I come on here doing all these rounds and all these, and I'm like, I'm good. Let's do it.
I appreciate that you trusted me.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, hey, here's what we're going to do. Like, you show up backstage. Here's what we're going to do, Dan.
I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, sorry to say fuck it, but I say fuck it.
No, it's okay. This isn't a family show. We can swear in here.
Well, but man, I think it's special what you built.
Followers, but I may have lost them in the past anyway, so I really don't know.
But it's the people like the people that come back that love the draft and you put on your show, Jim. I think it's special, and I don't think that should go underlooked. I really don't.
Well, with that being said, you guys need to see the Draft Professor podcast lineup for January because we've got some new additions. So Devin Jackson's going to be doing a weekly podcast with us.
Fantastic.
Nice.
That guy's fantastic.
Yep.
And he'll be with Jack Brentnall. So Jack has been podcasting with us for about 12 weeks already. Jack, if you're not familiar with Jack Brentnall, he is part of the UK's largest football and draft site. So I believe it's called The Touchdown.
Yep.
Kind of thing. So Jack has been podcasting on Sunday mornings. Devin's going to join. We have a lot of people from A to Z Sports. They're going to be podcasting with us as well. So, yeah. And I'm all about getting more guests.
And incomings. Like, I know I've seen that he's been doing a lot of the cornerback stuff, and like he came on Bruce, and I'm like, he is probably one of the smarter draft guys.
Yeah.
Like,
IC is crazy smart.
Yep. I'm like, bro, you literally say words that are bigger than my vocabulary. But
yes. And I was going to say the only person that talks longer than Ian is Dale.
Yeah.
Dale, I was saying that kindly.
I just talk a lot. I drink and I know things, man. I'm like,
I like that. I drink and I know things. That's your new tagline. Dale, he drinks and he knows things.
Yeah, I've said that to some Cincy media. They agree.
Yeah. No, and I don't mind people talking because actually one of the keys to like facilitating good conversations, like from my standpoint, is just I'd rather invite you guys on and let you guys talk. Right? I'll talk a little bit, but you guys are the stars of the show. I just push the play button.
No, you are the star of the show. We used your entire algorithm, everything you created for us to do the show, Jim.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and I know that it worked if I see a Bengals and Bruce show where you use it without me on the podcast. That's how I know that I had success. And same thing, it's something in turbines. What's
talk tape and turbines. Yep.
Yep. So if Steve goes on Talk Tape and Turbines and he does this on his podcast without me, that's success, right? Like, because that's how the covering the draft will change. Because when you do a mock draft, you can talk through your scenarios as to what your best case, worst case scenarios are, and really the entire simulator algorithm is scenarios. Right? Like, what if we take a wide receiver first? Or what if we take a corner first? Or what if we do this? Like, what scenarios can I string together? And then those are the players that should be on a team's board.
Jim, are you doing another podcast tonight?
Yeah, there's another one at 9:15 on tight ends.
This guy is a maniac. Just
nonstop. He is the draft energizer bunny, man.
Thank you. I'll that's a huge compliment, Steve. Thank you.
He is bringing power to the people.
If anyone is watching this that does not like and subscribe to Mrs. Our Relevant podcast on YouTube and at NFL Draft Fanatic, so you can find out when he's going live.
No I in Fanatic.
There's no I in Fanatic. Yeah.
Then, I mean, you're missing out. This guy is the Energizer Bunny of draft podcast.
I love it.
So that's a new tagline. Steve coming up with all the taglines.
So I want to say thank you to both of you. So Steve knew at least a little bit of what he was getting into because he and I had texted about this for 2 or 3 days. Dale, you and I texted literally. It wasn't even
15 minutes before the show started. I said, "Let's do it." Like,
yep. So
we don't need rehearsals.
I love your enthusiasm.
Rip it off.
And your support. So what a lot of people don't know, and I've told this story to a few people, but Dale was actually the first like when you guest appeared the first time, that was the first time we had a guest. And the analytics on our channel skyrocketed from the point that you first podcasted.
Well, I'm kind of a big fucking Dale, Jim.
There's no kind of. You are.
Yeah, you are.
And then
Dale, he drinks and he knows things.
Yeah. And so Dale had this great event it was a barbecue place in Loveland.
Midwest Best Barbecue. Got to shout out my guys.
Oh, yeah, Midwest Best. So my son won a prize. And it was something Bengals that he could put around his neck. He must have worn it for like 2 or 3 straight days.
Nice.
The Bills were playing the Bengals. This was hysterical. So the Bills were playing the Bengals last week, right? So my son has his Bills stuff on. But the Bengals were making plays and he was clapping. And I was like, which team are you cheering for today?
Whichever one wins is the correct answer.
He's fine. My son is 17. For the first 15 years of his life, he never watched football. And now when I moved back to Cincinnati, he now comes to my house every Sunday to watch the Bills, the Bengals, and the Lions.
Yeah. Nice. And he was awesome. It was awesome to meet him and and you being there. It's just supporting your people, and it's like it meant everything to me, Jim. So I know that never goes unspoken in my head of like you coming there. It meant a lot to me because that's the first time we had done a live show, and it didn't go well because we streamed it on the internet. If anyone wants to watch it, it didn't go well because the audio was bad and this and that. But we had a good time. A lot of people came there, and we were supporting our sponsor of Midwest Best Barbecue.
So I actually have an idea to take the event that you guys did, but let's mock draft live in a bar. So we pull up the simulator and have a kid do a mock draft, and they could phone a GM or phone a scout, and you could be the scout and tell them what you think of the players or whatever. I think we could have some fun with that.
Yeah. I'm always open to ideas, but I just am very thankful to have this community, and that's one thing, Jim, I will never downplay is this community of draft people. And there's so many that I haven't met yet. Like Steve, this is the first time we've been on a stream together, and it's like, but I was like, who's the Jets guy? I thought it was going to be you or Anthony Russo, to be fair. And either way, I was like, haven't streamed with either of them. Big fan of both of them. I'm excited to, do this.
Yeah. Well, Steve, I know that you said that you had to get going. Like,
I pushed it off for a little. I do, but I pushed it off because I was just having too much fun with you guys.
I'm just yapping.
I was having too much fun.
Oh well, I'm glad that you could rearrange it. I'm having fun too. So I want to do more podcasts like what we just did. Like Dale, I'll come on your channel and do it. You can come on mine. Steve, I'll come on yours and do it. You can whichever way.
We could do an AFC East one. It'd be a blast.
Yeah, and the reason is if people go back and listen to how Steve had to talk through his logic for his picks, that's the podcast content. It's not the result of the draft that everybody posts to Twitter. It's the process by who do you eliminate, or all these guys are off the board. What do you do? That's the content.
It's not just the content. It's what teams face. Like, hey, this guy's off the board. Like, that's the scenarios they need to go through. Go ahead, Jim, with the comment.
So that's my girlfriend.
I know who that is.
Watching the podcast. She wants to know what kind of trivia you're going to be doing next time. But hey, we should probably sign off. We can probably stay here and BS for hours.
Well, not hours. You got a show in about 50 minutes. So
yeah, that's just a different form of BS.
And you had to spend time with your girlfriend. She's off camera. Like, spend time with me, Jim.
Yeah, she's standing in the shadows, putting the comments on the channel.
She does. Yeah. She does a good job. Lilia does a great job of supporting me in doing this. So
shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Lilia. Yeah, she's right there.
Hey, tell her to say hi. Like the mastermind.
She doesn't want to come on. She's not ready to come on.
Okay.
So give Dale at Bengals and Brews a follow. Give Steve, what is it? It's at Steve_NFL a follow. Give Draft Professor a follow and a subscribe. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have questions on any of the functionality, hit me up on Twitter. I'll explain the functionality, or I'll come on a podcast, and you can do exactly what Dale and Steve just did. You can talk through your logic. I'll run the simulator, and we'll both be happy. So for Dale, Steve, myself, the 110 people at Draft Professor, thank you so much. We will see you on a podcast again in about 1 hour.
Thank you for having me, Jim.
Oh, thanks, Dale. Thanks, Steve.